has listed is abrar. He says that you are anasir al-abrar. So you are the elements of abrar. Abrar is the plural of the word bar. Bar means to be dutiful or devoted. We often hear the word bir very often throughout the Holy Quran. We read it where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala refers to bir. And bir itself is piety, righteousness, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَن تَنَالُوا الْبِرَّ, that you will not be able to attain bir, righteousness, until you sacrifice from that which you love. But here the word abrar is different. The abrar are those individuals within whom all those good virtues, manners, those good characteristics have taken hold, have become part of them. And now, so every single thing that is good is manifested within their personality, is manifested within their interactions. And this is what we're hoping to achieve in the holy month. The dua of the daily du'as, the one on the day of the 16th, what we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is, say, Allahumma waffaqni fihi limawafaqatil abrar, that, oh Allah, make me part of those that are dutiful, those that are the abrar. We're asking Allah within this holy month to be amongst the abrar. And the abrar, as I've said, in those individuals that do good, that good has reached in and permeated their soul and has become part of their characteristics. But there is one additional thing that makes a person from amongst the abrar, and that is iman. A person can be good, but not necessarily from amongst the abrar. What is the requirement is the instilling of those virtues within the personality of a person, plus the addition of iman. And the characteristics, or those individuals who are the abrar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Holy Quran, He lists 10 characteristics. There are other places where He lists others, but I want to look specifically at these 10 as to give us an idea as to where it is that we are on our journey towards being from amongst the abrar. It says, it is not righteousness that you turn your faces towards the east and the west, but righteousness is this. And then he begins to list those things that form part of the abrar. It says, righteousness is that one should believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, should have that focus, should have that belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that iman in Allah, and the last day, and then the malaika, and the book and the prophets, and give away wealth out of love for him to the near kin, and the orphans, and the needy, and the wayfarer, and the beggars, and the captives. 7 is that he should keep up the prayer, establish salah, maintain his salah, pay his charity, the poor rate, the zakat, fulfill the promises. The abrar are those that fulfill the promises that they have made and are patient in distress and affliction in the time of conflict. So in the face of distress, affliction, conflict, other sort of problems, the abrar are those that are patient. 10 characteristics that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lists. And He says, these are they who are true to themselves. These are they who guard against evil. 10 characteristics of the abrar. How many of them do I possess? How many of them are within my life? How many of them have I implemented? How many of them have I worked towards? Am I an individual that keeps my promises? And I could very proudly say, yes, I keep my promises. But then do I keep my promises towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Towards the duties towards Allah, towards other human beings, it's very easy because I see them. But have I fulfilled my promise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or have I fulfilled my promise towards the Imam of my time? That when I'm reciting Dua Ahad, then I'm reciting all these du'as and I'm I'm asking for the safety of the Imam or asking the Imam to reappear, have I actually prepared myself for the Imam? Am I in a way that my Imam, if he was to reappear, would look at me and say, yes, you are someone that needs to join by my side? So the Abrar are those that possess all of those akhlaqi characteristics and Iman, and it has become part of them. They're not, one day they're like this, another day like, it is part of their very personality to be good, to be virtuous, to be dutiful, to be righteous. It is built into their fabric. And the elements of the Abrar, as per this, the fundamental elements of of being the Abrar are Ahlylbayt. The Abrar are those who draw their inspiration from the household of Muhammad and Ali Muhammad salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhim ajma'in. And every source, every good action, every good thing that is done, the source of it is Ahlylbayt. It all returns back towards Ahlylbayt. إن ذكر الخير كنتم أوله وأصله وفرعه ومعدنه ومأواه ومنتهاه. That's how Ahlylbayt, wherever there is any discussion of good, then you are its origin, you are its root, you are its branches, you are its pinnacle, you are its height. Everything originates from you and it ends with them. The Imam says, Bina fatah Allah. It was from us. It was because of us it started. And with us it will end. When he talks about the dunya. So Ahlylbayt are the source of all that good that the Abrar possess, as well as also being from amongst the highest of the Abrar. The hadith from the Imam is, he says, نحن أصل كل خير. All good, we are the root of it. And the branches of righteousness spring forth from there. It says we are the root of all of that good. In Surah Al-Insan, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the best of the Abrar. Those that are the best of the Abrar. The ayah says, إِنَّ الْأَبْرَارَ يشربون من كأس كان مزاجها كافورا. Speaks about the rewards that are given to the Abrar. That those that achieve that level, what it is that they will gain in the dunya and in the akhirah. And so when he introduces them, he says, surely the righteous shall drink of a cup, a mixture of which is camphor. And then in ayah 5, he tells us exactly who are these individuals. وَيُطْعِمُونَ الطَّعَامَ عَلَى حُبِّهِ مِسْكِينًا. He refers to Ahlylbayt and they're giving away of food towards the orphan, towards the beggar, towards the freed prisoner. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala begins to list what it is that these individuals will gain in Jannah. 10 plus characters, 10 plus rewards that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala lists. Says that they will be given silken brocades, clothing like this, cushions upon which they will recline. There will be rivers, servants for them. They will drink from this, they will eat from there. Trees will grow for them, fruit shall bow for them. They will be given everything that they wish within heaven. The greatest of all of those blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, after having listed most of them, the final one that he says, وَسَقَاهُمْ رَبُّهُمْ شَرَابًا طَهُورًا, and their Lord himself shall make them drink the pure drink. Allah himself shall be the saqa. Allah himself shall be the one that presents them the drink when they enter those realms. Not the physical, this is talking about metaphorical. But here there will be no intermediary in between. Directly Allah shall offer them the drink, that pure drink. This is speaking about Ahlylbayt. That when they enter, having given what they gave in this dunya, when they enter into heaven, this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shall bestow upon them. Those that are the true abrar. What is interesting about this ayah is that a Sunni scholar by the name of Alusi, he has a tafsir of the Quran by the name of Ruh al-Ma'ani. When he speaks about this particular part of Surah Al-Dahr, when these characteristics are listed for the Abrar, for Ahlul Bayt, what it is that they will be given, he says that all of these virtues that have been spoken here in Surah Al-Insan, those clothes, those plates, those servants, the trees, the cushions, the rivers, he says, but there is no mention of Hurul Ain being given. Says everywhere else in the Holy Quran, when you speak about Jannah and you speak about the blessings that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless people with, He everywhere, along with these cushions, along with the brocades, along with the drinks and the goblets and the flowing rivers and the servants and the fruits and everything that the person wants, there is always mention of the Hur al-Ain. He says, why is it that in Surah Al-Insan, in Surah Al-Dahr, that is revealed for Ahlul Bayt, that there is no mention of the Hur al-Ain? He replies to his own question. He says, رَآيَةً لِحُرْمَةِ الْبَتُولِ قُرَّةَ عَيْنِ الرَّسُولِ. He says it is because out of the respect of Sayyida Zahra, the apple of the eye of Rasulullah. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Says because of her greatness, Allah does not mention the Hurul Ain. Says because Zahra will be there. And this is why Rasulullah himself, from amongst the titles of Hazrat Zahra, is that she is Hawra al-Insiyya. Zahra is a Hur in human form. And many of the Fada'il of Hazrat Zahra, we don't have time to go into them. But Ahlul Bayt are those abrar, the true abrar that the Holy Quran refers to. But then those that struggle upon that path, those that work towards that path, the elements of that good, those fundamentals that make up all of that good, that allow a person to become from amongst the abrar, they are Ahlul Bayt. And how is it that we can do that? How is it that we can achieve it? What is the first step? How is it that we can join Ahlul Bayt at that highest level? That we are raised with them. In Dua Abu Hamza Thumali of Imam al-Sajjad, salawatullah wa salamu alayhi, which we recite at the time of Sahar in this month. Towards the end of the dua, in the final parts of the dua, we say to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we say, Sayyidi, akhrij hubb ad-dunya min qalbi. My Lord, take from my heart the love of the world. Remove it from my heart. And what is the result of it? وَاجْمَعْ بَيْنِي وَبَيْنِ الْمُصْطَفَى وَآلِهِ خِيرَتَكَ مِنْ خَلْقِكَ. And raise me then with the Holy Prophet and his Al and his family, the best of all of creation. The first step towards reaching that goal, towards being raised with Ahlul Bayt, is the removal of that love of the dunya. وَحُبَّ الدُّنْيَا رَأْسُ كُلِّ خَطِيئَةٍ. You know, there's that famous narration, and I've recited it here before, where the Holy Prophet said, جُمُودَ الْعَيْنِ مِنْ قَسْوَةِ الْقُلُوبِ وقسوة القلوب من كثرة الذنوب وكثرة الذنوب من نسيان الموت ونسيان الموت من طول الأمل وطول الأمل من حب الدنيا وحب الدنيا رأس كل خطيئة. He says that the dryness of your eyes, the fact that you can't cry, جمود العين من قسوة القلوب, the fact that you can't cry, the fact that your eyes are dry is due to your excessive sin. Is due to your hardened heart, to your darkened heart, to your rusty heart. وقسوة القلوب من كثرة الذنوب, and the rustiness of your heart is as a result of your excessive sin. وكثرة الذنوب من نسيان الموت, and your excessive sin is because you have forgotten your death. ونسيان الموت من طول الأمل, and your forgetting death is as a result of your long far-fetched hopes. وطول الأمل من حب الدنيا, and the long far-fetched hopes are because you're in love with the dunya. وحب الدنيا رأس كل خطيئة, and the love of the dunya is the root of all sin and all evil. Everything goes back to that point of حب الدنيا. If one is not able to remove the love of this world from them, from their heart, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will slowly begin to take away things in the akhirah. Every sin that is committed, its root is love of the world. Every time I despair of the mercy of God, every time I get angry with someone, every time I get annoyed, its root is hubb ad-dunya. We may not notice it, but when we break it down, it comes down to that point of hubb ad-dunya. Comes down to that point of the love of the world. In order to be raised with Ahlylbayt, in order to achieve and be from amongst the abrar, one needs to remove from their heart this love of the dunya. Ahlylbayt are the anasir al-abrar. They are the fundamental elements that make up that good. Then the next thing that the Imam says وَدَائِمَ الْأَخْيَارِ, that you Ahlylbayt, you are the pillars. دَعَائِمَ الْأَخْيَارِ, you are the pillars of good. The akhyar are different from the abrar. The abrar, as if you remember the description I gave you, the abrar are those individuals who within whom soul those good virtues have taken root, and now it affects their personality and their character, and they are from amongst the abrar. They have that iman and their very personality is based on those good virtues. The akhyar are people who do good but still suffer from certain vices. So they may sin, they may do ghibah, they may be jealous, they may get angry, but at the same time they give charity, at the same time they try and pray, at the same time they fast. Says that Ahlylbayt for them are da'aim al-akhyar, they are the pillars of those individuals that they, although they can't take directly from Ahlylbayt due to the sin that they have, they're not forming elemental parts of their personality due to that sin, but they rest their back like a person does on a pillar in a masjid. You rest your back on it. Ahlylbayt for them are that resting point for the akhyar who take still from Ahlylbayt, have that support of Ahlylbayt while still on that journey. So the akhyar are those that utilize from Ahlylbayt, but their actions are not pure enough to be from amongst the abrar. The third characteristic that we want to look at today is that Imam refers to Ahlylbayt as wasasat al-ibad. Ahlylbayt, you are the direct and the guides of mankind. You are the directors and the guides of mankind. Or another interpretation, another translation is, you are the most political from amongst mankind. Every life of the Imam, of every single Imam, had a political element towards it. Very often than not, we find individuals that begin to discount the political lives of the Imam and try and remove us, or try and move us away from any sort of political engagement, political involvement within the society that we live in, or within or political aspects of the lives of the Imams. But yet, Ahlylbayt are those Sasat al-Ibad, they are the political guides of the servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That guidance not only extends to the social realm or to the home, it also extends to the spiritual realm and the political realm. Every aspect of it, the diplomacy of Ahlylbayt, we have guidance from Ahlylbayt at every single one, for every single one of these aspects within our lives. They are Sasat al-Ibad. When it comes to my interactions at home or my diplomacy at home, there is guidance for me. When it comes to my diplomacy within society, there is guidance for me. When it comes to the diplomacy, or when it comes to the guidance within my spirituality, Ahlylbayt are at the forefront of it. When it comes to political engagement, there is guidance from Ahlylbayt for it. There's precedent that is set for it. You look at the life of Amirul Mu'mineen and those letters that he writes in Nahj al-Balagha, the letter towards Malik al-Ashtar. How it is that Malik should run his rulership, how he should run that governorship. How it is that Malik should deal with the people. How it is that Malik should interact with those that are within his society. This is that Sasat al-Ibad. When it comes to Uthman ibn Hanif, Imam admonishes him within Nahj al-Balagha. He writes him a letter. Why? Because Uthman ibn Hanif, given the governorship, he decides to attend the gathering of those that are rich within the city. And he's invited there in an attempt to bribe him, to soften his heart towards these individuals. So he goes, and there's opulent, it's a big opulent gathering, there's food being served, there's all sorts of lahu and la'ib going on. And he attends. Amir al-Mu'mineen is informed about this. He writes Uthman ibn Hanif a letter. He says, Ya ibn Hanif, it has come to my knowledge that you attended the gathering of the rich people of the city, where they served you various foods in large dishes. Says, Ya ibn Hanif, know that your Imam is not happy with this action of yours. Your Imam is that individual that is satisfied with 2 pieces of cloth on his body and 2 loaves of bread a day. And then Imam continues, says, Ya ibn Hanif, I know that you cannot live like me, Ali. And Amir al-Mu'mineen says this very often throughout his life, that I know that you cannot live like me. In fact, he advises Imam al-Hasan and Imam al-Hussein not to live like him. When an individual is called to the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen to eat, this is now in Kufa, and Imam al-Hasan and Imam al-Hussein are also present, and this individual sits down at the Dastarkhan of Amir al-Mu'mineen with Imam al-Hasan, and foods are brought. And Amir al-Mu'mineen says, you eat from these, along with Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. He says, Ya Ali, what are you going to eat? He says, don't worry. He signals for a bag to be brought. He says, a bag was brought, and on it was a wax seal. A seal was placed upon it. He says, I became curious that what is it that Amir al-Mu'mineen is about to, what precious thing is Ali about to eat that he has a wax seal on it, so he knows if anyone's tried to break it and eat what is his. So he says, I begin to view Amir al-Mu'mineen. He says, Ali breaks open the seal and inside is dried bread. Amir al-Mu'mineen notices me looking towards him. He says to me, says that you eat what Hassan and Hussein are eating. You won't be able to eat what I eat. Says the reason I have the wax seal on it is to stop my sons even from going in and to try and eat the food that I eat. The wax seal is there to tell me, to see whether, to tell me if anyone has tampered with this. Says Ali took out a piece of bread. He broke it on his knee. It was not possible to break it with the hands. He broke it on his knee, and then he broke parts of it and dipped them in water and ate them. Amir al-Mu'mineen is saying to Uthman ibn Hunayf, Ya ibn Hunayf, I know that you cannot live like me, but at the very least aid me with your simple living and your abstinence. Says, I know that you can't live like me. He doesn't even prescribe it to Imam al-Hassan and Imam al-Hussein. But what he does say is that live simply. Live simple lives, abstain from certain things. To train oneself, to train the soul, to learn, to abstain, to learn to resist certain things. Even those things may be halal, even though those things may be okay for me to eat, may not be haram for me to eat. But to train the nafs, to try and avoid those things. And I don't need to go into it. I've spoken about it here before, on how we train the nafs to fight against this desire for certain foods or certain actions or certain personality traits. One can look at their soul and begin to analyze and start to abstain from those places, from those people, from those areas where it leads a person towards haram. Amir al-Mu'mineen is saying that I know that you can't live like me, but at the very least aid me with your simple living. Aid me with your simple existence and your abstinence. Huwa sasatul ibad. He's given this advice to who? His governor, who is in a role, a political role. Imam al-Hadi is telling us that Ahlylbayt are the most political from amongst the servants. It is a different matter that today politics has been given such a bad name in our society, well, near enough every society now. It's and especially in yours, I mean, I don't need to say anything else. Look who's running the country. That politics has become now, in many places, a joke, but in America, it's become like a parody. It's become like a pantomime. That in England, we generally have like pantomimes in the Christmas time, and everything's all like sort of slapstick, and everyone's falling over, and there's all sorts of stuff. I mean, you have that day to day in the Oval Office. So not this politics, but that political ideal, that political movement of the Imams was one that is entrenched within faith of within faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Say the shuhada, he's going out His movement for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but at the very same time a political movement against the powers of the time. When he is saying that in the Da'i ibn Da'i, this illegitimate son of an illegitimate son presents us two paths, بين السلة والذلة وحيهات من الذلة, that he gives us two paths, the path of death and the path of humiliation, and وحيهات من الذلة, and surely we are away from humiliation. Sayyid al-Shuhada is making a political statement. When he is saying مثلي لا يبايع مثلك, that a person like me cannot give bay'ah to a person like Yazid, he is making a political statement. If Imam al-Hassan is doing the sulh with Muawiyah, he's doing the peace treaty with Muawiyah, that very move of the Imam is political. He explains it later in a letter that he writes to his Shi'as. He says that had I not done this, not a single Shi'a would have remained on the face of the earth. Not a single Shi'a would have remained. Huwa sasatul ibad. They are the most political of all the servants of Allah. Then the fourth thing that Imam says about Ahlylbayt says وَأَرْكَانَ الْبِلَادِ, and you Ahlylbayt are those who protect and support the earth. Up until this point, we have been speaking about the integral nature of the Imam within existence. And we've spoken about that part of Mukhtalaf al-Malaika wa Ma'adin al-Rahma. How integral the Imam is within the existence of the earth, but also for the protection of the earth as well. How the Imam has rulership, has lordship over the earth. He is able to rule upon the earth. The role of the Imam is so integral that was the Hujjah, was the Imam to be removed, the heavens and the earth cease to exist. بِيُمْنِهِ رَزَقَ الْوَرَى. The world receives its rizq because of them. وَبِوُجُودِهِ ثَبَتَتِ الْأَرْضُ وَالسَّمَاءُ, and through their existence exist the heavens and the earth. That the moment you remove the Hujjah from the equation, the heavens and the earth, they cease to exist. لَوْلَا حُجَّةٍ لَسَاقَتِ الْأَرْضُ وَالسَّمَاءُ. That if the Hujjah is not present, then the heavens and the earth shall be destroyed. The Imam has a very integral role within the universe, within this realm. That the Imam has control over every aspect of the earth. Imam al-Baqir salawatullah wa salamuhu alayhi, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. He says, between us, Ahlylbayt, and every part of the earth, there is like a rope that is held in our hand. Whenever there is an order for us to do something upon the earth by Allah, we pull upon it, and that place comes to us. Says the land of that place, it comes to us. The cities, they move to us. The trees, the houses, the marketplaces, they all come towards us. And then we fulfill whatever amr there is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala upon that place. If it is to bring adhab upon them, we do it. If it is to protect them, we do it. They're very difficult concepts for us to understand. But the integral nature of the Imam is what Imam al-Hadi is highlighting within this Ziyarat Jamiah. It may be a bit difficult for us to comprehend as to how important the Imam is, because for us, the Imam has just been Khaybar, Khandak, the Imam has just been Ghaiba and Intizar. The Imam has only been for us, Shahadat, Mazloom and poisoning and heads being cut off and Imam under house arrest and Imam is, able to do this and Imam is able to do this. We don't think of the Imam as an absolute integral part of existence. That without the Hujjah of Allah, nothing exists. I owe my very existence to Ahlylbayt. I owe my very continued existence to the Imam of my time. Because he is the Hujjah now. And as long as he exists, all this system, everything continues. Because that's how Allah has ordained it to be. This is not removing Allah from the equation. Allah has ordained it to be. And Ahlylbayt are there to take us back towards Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But their role is integral within this realm. Everything is hinged upon them. And so even though they possess all of this power to destroy, all of this power to bring adhab, they have the ikhtiyar, they have the ability to choose to destroy. They can. But the fact that they choose not to and choose to face the oppression that they faced, it highlights how kareem they were, how magnanimous they were, that for the sake, they did not bend society to their own will, but rather it was only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If Sayyid al-Shuhada had wanted in Karbala, he could have very easily have ended that battle. But yet he had to see, for the sake of Allah, for the sake of Islam, even someone like his 13-year-old nephew Qasim have to face the difficulties that Qasim faced. That he's so small that his feet do not reach the stirrups of the horses. His height is so short. He is so small in stature that no armor fits his body. And now he rides out in Tankuruni فَأَنَا ابْنَ الْحَسَنِ. Those of you that don't know me, I am the son of Hassan, سبط النبي المصطفى والمؤتمن. هذا حسين كالأسير المرتهن بين أناس لا سقوا ثوب المذن. That I am the son of Hassan, سبط النبي المصطفى, the son of the chosen prophet. Here is my uncle Hussein, surrounded alone. No one there to aid him. He goes out, he fights for a short while. He's struck on his head. They say the strike was so hard upon the head of Qasim that the head of Qasim split open. And as Qasim fell to the ground, when all the other shuhada fell, they cried out, Assalamu alayka ya Aba Abdullah. But Qasim was so young that when Qasim fell, he cried out, Assalamu alayka ya Umma. Or some narrations say he called out, Ya Umma adrikni. Oh uncle, come to my aid. Imam Hussein rides out towards his nephew. That nephew that he is raised from the age of 3. He rides out towards Qasim. He attacks the one that hit Qasim, killing him, throws him to the ground. The horses begin running from left to right. They say from amongst the dust the voice was heard, "Uncle, no more. I can't bear it anymore." They say that Hussein dismounted from his horse. The army of Yazid said, "We waited till the dust settled and we saw Hussein wa Hussein qa'imun ala ra's al-ghulam." Hussein stood over the head of the boy, and the boy was kicking his feet and moving his hands as his soul departed from his body. Hussein stood over the body of Qasim. Azza wallah ala ammik. "Oh my nephew, it's difficult for your uncle that you called him and he was unable to respond, and was he to respond, it was too late." Hussein stood by the body of Qasim. They say Hussein bent down, وَضَعَ صَدْرُهُ عَلَى صَدْرِهِ. He placed the chest of Qasim on his chest and began walking backwards towards the tents. وَرِجْلَيْ الْقَاسِمْ تُخَطَّانِ الْأَرْضَ خَطًّا. And the feet of Qasim were dragging and making lines in the earth. A child that was so short that his feet wouldn't reach the stirrups of the horses. Now how is it that a fully grown man brings him back and his feet drag along the ground? They say when Qasim fell and the horses began running, the body of Qasim was trampled, the bones of his body broken, the body of Qasim elongated. Now as Hussein walks back, his feet drag along the ground. على لعنة الله على القوم الظالمين وسيعلم الذين ظلموا أي منقلب ينقلبون إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive our sins and forgive the sins of our parents. Oh Allah, those who are ill, give them shafa'ah. Oh Allah, keep our ulama and our maraji at the head of our institutions. Keep safe the Shia of Ali Muhammad around the world. Hasten the reappearance of the Imam of our time. And allow us to be amongst his true muntadhireen, his true waiters for the acceptance of these du'as and any other du'as that the brothers and sisters have brought. Please recite 3 loud salawat ala Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما سبحان الله والحمد لله ولا إله إلا الله والله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا حجة الله حي على السلام حي على السلام حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله صلوات
استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن عليا ولي الله أشهد أن عليا وفاطمة وأبنائهم المعصومين بالحق حجج الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح حي على خير العمل حي على خير العمل قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه من كل ذنب يا محسن قد أتاك المسيء الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فصبح بحمد ربك واستغفر إنه كان توابا الله أكبر سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سمع الله لمن حمده الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه الله أكبر سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد الله أكبر حول الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. محمد ربنا اغفر لي ولوالدي وارحمهما كما ربياني صغيرا اجزهما بالإحسان إحسانا وبسيئات عفوا وغفرانا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد بحول الله وقوته. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا ذا الجلال والإكرام يا ذا النعماء والجود يا ذا المن والطال حرم شيبتي على النار بجاه محمد وآله الأطهار. الله أكبر. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صلى عليه.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان اللعين الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم أنت رب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر عظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو شهر الذي فرضت صيامه عليه، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من ألف شهر. ويا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك من علي بفكاك رقبتي من النار في من تمن عليه وادخل الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم صل على بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ادخل أهل القبور سرور، اللهم اغن كل فقير، اللهم اجب كل جائع، اللهم اكس كل عريان، اللهم اغز دين كل مدين، اللهم فرد كل مكروب، اللهم رد كل غريب، اللهم فك كل أسير، اللهم اصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين، اللهم اشف كل مريض، اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك، اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك، اللهم اغزنا الدين واغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير.
Mu'mineen, there is a request for the recitation of Surah Fatiha for the following marhumeen: Kulsum Banu, daughter of Ismail; Pyar Ali, son of Jan Muhammad; Yusuf Ali, son of Pyar Ali; Amanullah Himani; Nur Banu Hassan Ali; Munawwar Abbas; Gul Banu Abbas; Amina Banu, and all your marhumeen and those marhumeen that have no one to recite for them. Honor their souls with the recitation of Surah Fatiha, but before that, the loudest of your salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Bismillah. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن عليا ولي الله. أشهد أن عليا وفاطمة وأبناؤهم المعصومين بالحق حجج الله. حي على الصلاة، حي على الصلاة، حي على الفلاح، حي على الفلاح، حي على خير العمل، حي على خير العمل. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه من كل ذنب. يا محسن قد أتاك المسيء. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. حول الله قوته. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد فذلك الله ربي. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. اللهم إنا نرغب إليك في دولة كريمة تعز بها الإسلام وأهله وتذل بها النفاق وأهله وتجعلنا فيها من الدعاة إلى طاعتك والقادة إلى سبيلك وترزقنا بها كرامة الدنيا والآخرة. اللهم عجل وليك الفرج. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. الحمد لله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. حول الله قوته. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله. سبحان قدوس رب الملائكة والروح. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. رب صل على محمد وآل محمد. إلهي هب لي كمال الانقطاع إليك، وأنر أبصار قلوبنا بضياء نظرها إليك. الله أكبر. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. صل على
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا علي يا عظيم يا غفور يا رحيم. أنت رب العظيم الذي ليس كمثله شيء وهو السميع البصير. وهذا شهر نظمته وكرمته وشرفته وفضلته على الشهور، وهو الشهر الذي فرضت ثيابه علي، وهو شهر رمضان الذي أنزلت فيه القرآن هدى للناس وبينات من الهدى والفرقان، وجعلت فيه ليلة القدر وجعلتها خيرا من 1000 شهر. فيا ذا المن ولا يمن عليك، من علي بفقاق رقبتي من النار في من تمن عليه، وادخلنا الجنة برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم ادخل على أهل القبور السرور. اللهم اغنى كل فقير. اللهم اشبع كل جائع. اللهم اكس كل عريان. اللهم اغز دين كل مدين. اللهم فرج كل مكروب. اللهم رد كل غريب. اللهم فك كل أسير. اللهم اصلح كل فاسد من أمور المسلمين. اللهم اشف كل مريض. اللهم سد فقرنا بغناك. اللهم غير سوء حالنا بحسن حالك. اللهم اغفر الدين واغننا من الفقر إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم صل على हज़रात मोमिनी इफ्तार के बाद दुआ इफ्तिताह की तिलावत की जाती है। आपसे हज़रात से गुजारिश है कि वो तशरीफ़ रखें और परवरदिगार आलम के बारगाह में पंजर पाक चादा मुहतरम शहदा करबला और इमाम ज़ैनुल आबिदीन बीमार करबला के सदक़े से जहाँ जहाँ मोमिनीन बीमार है उन्हें सेहत कामिल अता, खुशी हसीयत से एक ब्रादर मोमिन और एक मोमिना सख्त अलील है उन्हें सेहत कामिला और आजिला अता फरमा, ताजील फरमा।
السلام عليك يا سيدي ومولاي يا رسول الله. السلام عليك يا أمير المؤمنين. السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدة النساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا غريب الغربة وبعيد المدى وسلطان بن حسن علي بن موسى الرضا. السلام عليك وعلى آبائك السبعة وعلى أبنائك الأربعة وعلى أختك فاطمة المعصومة ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا سيدي ومولاي يا صاحب العصر والأمر والزمان، سيدي الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان. السلام عليك يا خليفة الرحمن. اللهم أرني الطلعة الرشيدة وغرة الحميدة واكحل ناظري بنظرة مني إليك وعجل فرجه واصحح المخرجه واجعلنا من أعوانه وأنصار المستشهدين تحت لوائه. السلام عليك أهل بيت النبوة جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته.
This is